we start off, and then the guy, I had been warned. One of my friends, Stu, told me, hey, this guy kind of does like these kung fu things, and he doesn't let you grab. Sure enough, kept swatting my hands away. So it took me a while to finally get control of, like, get a hold, so I could even pull guard. So I grab him, I pull guard, and we drop, and then the ref stops it. I'm like, oh shit, now what? So I guess they were trying to ensure that, you know, how the guard pulled, that he didn't get points or whatever, right? So they tell us to stop, and as soon as she tells us to stop, my foot cramps up. I'm like, oh shit. So they tried to keep us in that position. I was like, oh dang, I'm not gonna last here. So I moved around, like put my foot to the ground, which normally loosens up the cramp. So I was like, oh damn, it's gonna be one of those days, right? So try to fight it. That match, the guy was really strong and pretty much just try to pin me down to the ground, right? So that style he played, I had to use a fair amount of energy just to get my legs free, right? Because he was heavy, you know, putting a lot of weight on it. So to his credit, he knew how to leverage that part of it. I threw a couple sub attempts against him, so I won that match, right? So I got lucky, and because the previous year I'd come in first, I got seeded first, right? So I won the first match, and I made it to the finals, right? So make it to the finals, same thing. Feet cramped up a couple times fighting the guy, and it was a tight match. I rewatched the video, and like for the 4 minutes and 15 seconds we just fought, right? I mean, he tried to pass, I blocked. He tried to pass again, I blocked. I recovered, I kept recovering, and right about 40 seconds left, I made a mistake. I tried to grab one of his sleeves and I missed. So he pushed around and it created a scramble. I recovered guard, but then it put me in a bad spot, right? And then I had to turtle away. I recovered half guard, but then he got the advantage with, like, I don't know, 30 seconds. And of course I had to try to scramble to try to do something, right? Because, you know, comp style, once you get the advantage with under a minute left, they're gonna stall, right? So I tried my best in my movements to try to free. He got his leg free, got around me. He got the 3 points. I was disappointed, you know. As I try to evaluate where I was at, I think when I fought the guy, I probably was 85%. I didn't want to go too hard because I knew my body was cramping. But you know, again, I'm not trying to make an excuse about why I never win and all that. It's more for me to just kind of rehash my mistake and why I lost, right? So now next year, I can recall and look back and say, yep, that was a huge mistake on my part. So something as simple as hydrating, you know, cost me the match. So again, a lot of little things that lead up to your competition. Of course, the big thing is the training, right? We train hard, you know, we did train, pushed through the year, but one small mistake at the end cost me the match. So just remember the little things, yeah, can weigh big in the match. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging in, listening. Try to get these videos out more frequently. Catch you on the next one. Us. What's up, guys? Special Saturday edition. Get to go get some trains today. Wife has a class, so gotta take advantage. Car was supposed to call him, but you can see he's not here. He I think he was tired. He said, "Oh Dad, I have a slice on my finger." So I looked at it and I was like, oh, I have to put my glasses on. The thing is so freaking small. So anyway, he doesn't want to go. I told him, I don't want to force you to go. If you don't want to go, it's okay, just rest. I'm gonna go and have some fun. So we had another good week of training. We talked about it yesterday, the final open mat at Underground. It was a nice turnout. You know, try to invite as many of the people that, you know, the original guys that would show up when it was like literally half, maybe even less than half the mat size over there. So it was a good turnout, kind of sentimental, you know. It was a good day. Lots of good jiu-jitsu that was had, memories and things like that. Yeah. So that was fun. Yeah, I didn't talk too much about last weekend's. So last weekend, Grappling Industries, our kids did really well. They all medaled. So one girl didn't medal, but like I said, she's in a tough bracket. We could see the progress from our Sunday sessions. Yeah, we didn't hold sessions last Sunday. I think usually after tournaments we just try to take a break, give the kids a break. I think it's less the kids, it's more the moms. Yeah, the moms got to spend all day and they don't do jiu-jitsu, so give them a chance to do something non-jiu-jitsu related on Sunday, since normally Sunday afternoon is spent getting the private sessions. So that was good. And a big shout out to Scott and Brandon, a couple of the dads that we've worked with since they started jiu-jitsu. I think it was maybe a month prior. They did the in-house and they weren't super satisfied with their results. So kudos to them. They were really determined to put out a better showing. So we talked to them. We try to give them a little pointers on what they're doing. I think the mindset was a little bit better. Yeah, it's hard when your kids are competing and like starts off in the morning. You gotta wait. There's maybe like mid to late afternoon. It is emotionally draining. Yeah, and I think at least for the Grappling Industry one, the times are a little more clear. So for the dads, it was a little easier to be mentally prepared. I know that in the in-house, there's no big board, right? And there's no app to follow, right? So it's kind of like they're calling you. I mean, they have they drew out a general idea on the paper, but they kind of fluctuated a bunch, so they kind of had a hard time keeping track. So I know one of them was kind of a little not in the right headspace when Brandon went up. So like anything else, right? It's a learning experience. Every step of the way, your training, your mental preparation, even dieting, your techniques, the day of prep, the hours leading up to it, the minutes into it, right? And then when you finally step on the mat and compete, the more you do it, the more you have a routine set, and it makes it less stressful, I would say, as you're competing, right? So I didn't really have a chance to talk about my performance at Vegas, right? So this year when we went to Vegas, actually last year when we went to Vegas, I did cut a few corners, try to save $1 here and there. It did add to some of my I don't say anxiety, but some of the mindset of where I stayed and all of that. So this year I decided to step it up a little bit, pay a little bit more, that we don't have to worry about it. So we stayed at a really nice, really convenient location, right? It wasn't a 5-star, but compared to the previous place, yeah, I would say it was definitely steps above. Yeah, so it was nice, walking distance to the convention center. So that was good, didn't have to worry about that. So the day of the tournament, right? So the first year when we went up, last year when we went up, it's just me, right? At least from our schools competing. So selfishly, I could just focus 100% on myself, right? So I think last year we went maybe like 2.5 hours early, just chill out, watch some matches, just get my mind right. It's time to warm up, ready to go. Everything was kind of laid out. It was I won't say the perfect storm, but everything kind of lined up for me, and I did what I did, right? So this year, we had some teammates come up with us. Unfortunately, Maya got hurt. Yeah, in his fight to win match, he got injured, so he didn't make it up there with us, right? So, I feel, especially as one of the elder guys there, right? I want to help the ones that haven't been there before, that still kind of earlier on in their journey. So I did focus some of my time with them. So Thursday morning, I think Shayna competed at like 12:15, so around there. So we got there about 11:30, which wasn't a big deal, no big deal. So I helped her through it, right? I mean, I didn't really coach her because of in the barrier. So Alika actually coached her, but I just try to help get her in the right mind space in between matches, before matches. So she did really well. She took bronze. The girl that she fought in the semifinals was definitely better. You could see she was better. She's probably more experienced, probably been doing it longer, probably has competed more at a high level. So I mean, Shayna just destroyed all the other people before her, right? And even as I was watching her semifinal match, one of the girls that she went against was kind of fangirling. She was on the phones talking about Shayna. Oh yeah, she's so good. She destroyed me, and she was all over it. So I told Shayna later on, she was kind of, I don't say embarrassed, but she kind of smiled. But anyway, so I spent the morning there. My matches were like 4:15, so it's there like 4 hours. It's not that big a deal. But the thing that I made a mistake on is, we saw the Keikoa guys, so Dewey said, oh yeah, drop your stuff off, which is a huge help, right? Instead of lugging my backpack all over the place, but I left my flask there, right? So my hydration. So I pretty much didn't drink anything from like 12 to 3:30, and you know, you're in AC, right? So if you go, it's cool, you know, I'm not thirsty, I'm not sweating. I guess evidently I wasn't hydrated properly, because when we went to warm up at 3:30, in the first 5 minutes I started cramping, and I told Cart, bro, we gotta stop. I cannot warm up. You know those cramps in your feet where your toes get stuck together, and then they're like just stuck, and your foot's like locked. Yeah, I had that, right? So I was like, oh shit. So I tried to hydrate as best I could. Cart got me Gatorade, but I mean, it was like 30 minutes before the match, so I think the body didn't have a chance to absorb the fluids. I didn't have liquid IV. I didn't have anything right with me. So it was definitely a tactical error on my part. Something that, for sure, next year I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be ready. So it wasn't, I thought, oh, okay, well, I try to consume as much fluids as I can before my match, go up. We go in, and then